Hello, everyone, and happy Giving Tuesday. My name is Valerie Cordero, and I am co-executive director of Families for Depression Awareness. Today, people all around the world are uniting for a worldwide celebration of generosity. We celebrate all of the people who have volunteered, donated, and shared their lived experiences to make the work of Families for Depression Awareness possible. At Families for Depression Awareness, our mission is to help families recognize and cope with depression and bipolar disorder to get people well and prevent suicides. Our focus is on the family and the family caregiver. Today, I am joined by fellow co-executive director, Susan Weinstein. Hi, Susan.
Hey,
And
Valerie, how are things in Nashville?
Things are good, thank you.
Yeah, we're a little chilly here in Massachusetts.
Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're chilly, but getting warmer. So we're going to just discuss exactly how our organization helps families so that everyone who's listening today can understand how their donations support the work that we do. So, Susan, let's start off by having you tell everybody a bit about our program.
That would be my pleasure, and happy Giving Tuesday to everyone. At FFDA, as you mentioned, our focus is on family caregivers, and we believe that they are an essential part of people's wellness and of preventing suicide. So we focus on educating family caregivers so they feel equipped and confident about providing effective support to their loved ones who are living with depression or bipolar disorder. If anyone has been to our website, they know that it is rich with educational content. We have family stories. That's always been part of our work, is to bring the face of depression out of the shadows. We know that our family stories give people inspiration, they give them strategies, and they give them hope. We also talk with experts in the field who give insights on treatment-resistant depression and paying for care and all kinds of things. So the other thing that we do is we frequently have webinars that are national and free, and we cover all kinds of topics related to depression and bipolar disorder, and most of all, caregiving. What else? We also have publications, and those are really effective at providing strategies for people, helping them understand the education behind mood disorders, which is depression and bipolar disorder. And also, again, we incorporate family stories because that's what we do.
That is part of who we are and who we have been since our founding in 2001. So thank you, Susan. Hopefully that gives people an idea of the programs that we offer. So Susan, can you now tell people about some of our big accomplishments from this year so that people who donated maybe last year or sometime this year know what their donations actually supported?
Well, we've been busy. No, I mean, that's the thing, is that the pandemic has really heightened the awareness of people about mental health and about how important it is, and that there are roles for families and family members to play in supporting one another. One of the big things that we did was we produced a new brochure, which, silly me, I actually do not have one next to me, but maybe you do, on suicide prevention. Thank you, Carol Merrill. That's a reference for
another generation. That's not
people of my generation. Thank you, Val. That's very sweet of you. And that was actually something that was really meaningful to us, because there are brochures about suicide prevention out there, but there are not really any that are through the lens of the family caregiver. And that is what we bring to all the work that we do, is because we're in touch with family caregivers, because we hear from them when we're doing things right and when we're not doing things right. We know the kind of information that they want so that they can really be the best caregiver that they can be. So that was a very big production that we're really proud of. It is adding to our series of brochures that have educational content and lived experience and actionable advice, so people can have strategies for dealing with the situations that they're in. Just parenthetically, it joins our brochures on adult depression and bipolar disorder, as well as our handbook for family caregivers.
I have the handbook.
There's the handbook, which was supposed to be like 16 pages and turned out to be 60. But we love it, and we think that it's got really great information. But that was, yes, from another year. My apologies for my digression.
Yes, and we should point out that this suicide prevention brochure, specifically for family caregivers, we have copies that are available for free. So if you feel like you need it for yourself, for your family members, or for your community, your library, you can request them. Just email info@familyaware.org. We do have some of these to give away, and it's because we have generous donors and supporters that we're able to give materials away for free, so people don't have to pay for them in order to get this great education.
Good plug. Okay, yes, we have copies to give away, so by all means, be in touch, info@familyaware.org. One of the webinars that we did was with Archana Basu, who's a doctor affiliated with various Harvard institutions. And she talked about parenting during the pandemic, and we wish that it was a thing of the past, but it isn't. So we keep those webinars available for people to watch at their convenience. If you go to familyaware.org/trainings, then you can access our webinar library. We also did very recently a series of 2 on webinars on communication. One was particularly for communicating with adults with depression, and the other was for communicating with teens with depression. We thought about doing one that would cover both, but they're just different situations, and you need different tools for talking with different kinds of people who have, at different stages in their lives and having, different priorities and all of that. So webinars, publication, and we just kept plugging away at producing more family stories. We have some great new videos of people sharing their stories. You can find those on our YouTube channel, which is at FFDA 1, the number 1.
Yeah, we are streaming right now on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching us there, just go over to stay on our page and look at some of the videos. We have some wonderful ones from families. And this is part of what Giving Tuesday is about. It's not just about people giving money. It's not just about people volunteering their time. But for us, it's families volunteering their stories and talking about what are sometimes very intimate, personal, private, painful details so that they can help other families who have been through similar situations. And so that folks can look at those videos and say, oh, I see myself, or I see my family in that, and I can learn from what has happened with another family, from their successes and possibly their missteps. And so
and also have hope, because the bottom line for us is that there is always hope, and we also think that there is almost always something that a caregiver can be doing that will help themselves be well, so that they can help other people, and also that they can be helping. There's something that they can do to help others in their family or other people they care about.
Well, thank you, Susan, for talking about what we accomplished this year. Just some highlights of what we accomplished this year. For folks who are thinking about donating through our Giving Tuesday campaign on our Facebook page today, what would they be supporting that maybe we would be doing next year for families? What programming would people have to look forward to in 2022?
I know, I was thinking like, oh, yeah.
What year we in? Pandemic time was working differently.
Cannot believe it. One of the things that we're really excited about, that we've spent a fair bit of time this year, is that by sometime early next year, we will be rolling out our new website at familyaware.org. And I would say it's a labor of love, but
more of a labor.
I can't say we've always loved it. We know that our website has so much information that it's sometimes hard for caregivers to find what it is that they're looking for. So we are really streamlining it, making it easier for people to navigate so that caregivers can find what they need, can learn what they need, and can get strategies that they need so that they can be doing things to support their loved ones. So early next year. We've also been working on developing some programs. One of the things that we're doing is we've been developing curriculum, and we're going to be piloting a program about Black youth mental health. And we're really hopeful that it will provide some real impact for people who are able to experience it. And also that we will be able to make it available to more people once we see that it's working as we want it to be working, and getting the feedback that we need to get. So excited about that. The big thing that we're doing is that we're doing a year for caregivers. We want them to feel like they really have, from the basics to wherever they are now.
3.0, wherever they are.
And so we're going to be covering a variety of topics. We're going to be addressing both teen depression and adult depression. We're going to have the series of myth versus facts. And we're going to be doing more of these. We're going to have our webinars, and we're also going to be having more of these, but instead of you and me talking to each other, we'll be able to engage with people in our audience too. It'll be some interactive sessions. We'll be able to take people's questions and answer them right there. And we'll have people joining us as presenters or panelists. And I think we'll cover a lot of ground. And so I'm really excited about that, about making information more accessible. I mean, maybe you don't have time to sit down and watch, an hour or an hour and a half webinar right now, but maybe we have a live stream that can really help you out. And also just so that people, one of the things that caregivers experience is often they feel alone in what they're doing. And I think that if you have the courage to say, I'm caregiving for someone and it's hard, you'll find that there are a lot of other people around you who are going through the same thing. And so we never want you to feel alone. We want you to feel supported, and we want you to feel like you can reach out to people that and ask them for support too.
And also, people oftentimes don't identify themselves as a caregiver. They have a preconceived notion of what a caregiver is, what it means, and what they do. And so part of what that education is going to provide is helping people to understand if they're in the caregiver position. And if the word caregiver doesn't work for you, you're just a loved one of a family member, or maybe even a close friend who is living with a mood disorder, depression, or bipolar disorder, and wants to be more helpful, more supportive, wants to understand what their role is. That's you. And so our programming and what we're doing is for you, no matter how you define your title, no matter what you think of yourself. Sometimes people play that role and they think, well, I'm not living with them, I'm not doing something every day. You still have a very important role to play. And coming from a family myself who has mood disorders in my family, I have played that role in different ways, and there are lots of things that we could be doing to support loved ones who are really doing their best to live with a mood disorder and to live a life worth living, and getting to the point where they are doing more than just managing their symptoms, where they're living up to everything that they want to accomplish in their life. And so those of us around those people can really make a difference. So we are here as an organization to provide that support to those people on the outside of that circle a little bit, who want to help, who want to be a part of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that one thing that we don't want people to think is that if they're not the primary caregiver, that there's not a role for them. And not only is there a role for them, there's education for them too. Because sometimes the primary caregiver might get a little overwhelmed or might feel at a loss of what to do. If you're someone who is friends with someone who's caring for someone with depression or bipolar disorder, you probably know that it can be really stressful. And so there are things that you as a friend or a relative you can be doing something that, even if it's not directly supporting the person living with depression or bipolar disorder, you can be supporting the person who is living with the person who's living with depression or bipolar disorder.
There's much support to be given and to be had. So that's what we're here for.
Well, thank goodness. Yeah, I mean, we want to remind people of that.
We do. So any final thoughts to our friends, our volunteers and donors on Giving Tuesday, Susan?
Absolutely. You know, we can't do the work that we do without you. So we greatly appreciate your generosity. We greatly appreciate your belief in our mission and in the work that we do. And your donation tells us that we're doing the things that are important to you. So if there's someone in your life that is a caregiver, if there's someone in your life that you're caring for, if you have had experience with suicide loss, or have someone that you care about who's attempted suicide, you know, these are the things that we do, is that we're really trying to get it so that people can get on the path to wellness and to live those full lives.
Thank you, Susan. We're going to say bye to Susan. Bye, Susan. And wrap up this live stream. Thank you so much, Susan. So I want to take a moment to thank everyone who is not only participating in Giving Tuesday today, but who have also participated in our 2021 Strides Against Stigma virtual 5K event. So this event has been running alongside with our other Giving Tuesday activities. There are people who've completed their 5K already in this month. So we want to acknowledge you and thank you so much. If you are running or walking today, good luck, stretch, drink lots of water. We did our family 5K and we walked it. It took us a little bit of time because we had little kids and big adults, but we did it and we're so glad that we did. So thank you to everyone who is participating or has participated in our Strides Against Stigma virtual 5K event, and to our sponsors, Relmada Therapeutics, Wildacre and Mental Health Solutions, Atlantic Telepsychiatry, Elegant Code Consulting, and BHD Containers. Again, if you believe in the upstream suicide prevention education work that we do at Families for Depression Awareness, please consider giving a gift, giving a tax-deductible donation today to support our work. We thank you so much. Visit us on Facebook and you can donate there. You can also follow us on Twitter, go to our YouTube page and find all of our information and resources at familyaware.org. Thank you so much. Have a great Giving Tuesday. Bye.